Well, one of them that's my pride and joy. I started 10 years ago with youth basketball, tennis, and golf expo in the park of Centennial Park in Roosevelt. I host an annual event for now a weekend. You started out as just one day of the weekend. Now it's 2 days of the weekend, where we have basketball and a family day where people are able to eat and enjoy themselves, but more importantly, the kids are able to learn the sport of tennis as well as hockey, because we have clinics that are a part of that. And that, to me, has been my pride and joy for the last 10 years. But there are other empowerment events that we do. We do a youth empowerment weekend also in June. There are countless other things that we focus on. But I know we're obviously going to be running up against time, but we spend an enormous amount of time during the summer on youth projects. Those two in particular, the youth empowerment that we do in Freeport and Roosevelt, as well as the basketball, tennis, and golf is probably my pride and joy throughout the summer.
Have you seen a positive change for young people since you first came to the legislature?
Yes, I think young people are continually impressing me day by day and literally hour by hour. The young people that I talk to throughout my district, I believe, can pick up and learn on the internet what I had to go to college for. And their universe, they have the world literally on their fingertips. For me to learn about the world, I'm gonna date myself again, I had to pull out an encyclopedia and go through page by page and to understand and read about what goes on in the world. And even then, that information becomes outdated. But young people, it never ceases to impress me, the knowledge base that they have and how willing they are to grasp knowledge. So that part is truly tremendous.
Do you believe kids can help other kids?
Absolutely. I actually met someone, I've known her for some time. You may or may not know her. Her name is Jamie Isaacs. She's a young lady that helps kids that get bullied, helps them work through that issue, and gives them the resources to get out of that situation. No kid, no parent wants to see their child be bullied. And here you have a young person that's also in high school herself, and she's teaching other kids on what they can do to protect themselves. And when I hear that story, and she's such a phenomenal person, she's written a book. It's just a phenomenal story of how kids are helping other kids get through a very difficult time.
What can grown-ups do to help children in their community?
Well, grown-ups can do a lot of different things. One of the most important things that grown-ups can do is be a role model. Our kids see everything. Our young people see everything. And the best thing you can do is even though you feel that you're not a role model, but you can stand up and conduct yourself in a proper way, so that when young people are watching, they'll conduct themselves in a proper way as well. So I think the best thing we need to do is we need to have more role models, more mentors. So from that standpoint, we'll be able to ensure that our kids that are watching, our adults, are learning the proper way to conduct themselves in the future.
What are some of your goals for 2013?
Wow. Well, I have some high-level goals and then some low-level goals. My high-level goals for the county is to see our legislature work in a more bipartisan manner. I don't think it's any stranger to any of your viewers, but I think the people of this county and the people of this country, quite frankly, have become accustomed to a legislature, whether it be in the state or in Congress, of fighting and butting heads quite a bit. And my hope is that we'll be able to work with the county executive as well as the majority on the interests of the county for the betterment of the residents. On a lower level, I mean, one of the constant struggles in my legislative district, obviously, is property taxes. I mean, that's an issue that people have grasped onto, and obviously weighing that issue with making sure we have the proper services in the county is always a complex thing. But trying to enhance everyone's quality of life is probably one of the bigger issues that I face every day. We want to make sure that people have every opportunity and feel that they have every opportunity, regardless of whether they live in Roosevelt or Great Neck or Freeport, that they feel that they have every opportunity to be successful and raise a family in this county.
You were elected to the legislature in 2002. Will you be running again in the next election?
I hope so. I plan to. It is my envision to run for office in 2013, and we'll see where it ends up. I take every term, term by term. I'm not really someone that would say I'm going to run for the next 10 years, because that would be disingenuous, because I don't know what the next 10 years will bring. I can guarantee that I will run for the next term, which would be for a 2-year term, and then we will see where we end up from there.
Have you considered a higher office for your future?
Oh, well, I think like anyone, as you'll probably see, because you seem very bright and you have a bright future ahead of you. Anyone that basically is in a situation where they either own a business or have a job, they want to see their business get bigger. I think most people want to be promoted. They want to see that they eventually, if they start out as an entry-level position, they want to be promoted to president of the company one day. Politicians are no different. Most politicians start out on the local level, and then eventually they like to see themselves get promoted and hopefully elected to the state and as well as the federal level. So I don't have any one particular position in mind, but obviously I would like to see, hopefully, that the people in Nassau County would entrust me with the responsibility of representing them at some higher level of office, yes.
Thank you for meeting with me, Legislator Abrahams.
Well, thank you, Carson, for coming down and inviting me.
If you live in the 1st Legislative District and have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can contact Legislator Kevan Abrahams' office at kabrahams@nassaucountiny.gov or call 571-6201. If you live in a different legislative district, you can visit the Nassau County Legislature's website at www.nassaucountiny.gov or call 571-6200 for help and information. They have lots of information on the Legislature website, so you should check it out. I'm Carson Libbey, and this is your view. If you have any questions or comments for me, you can email me at aamn_ny@yahoo.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, and you can watch our videos on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.